I'm Ronnie Bosch, and I want to wish Good Morning America a happy 50th birthday. Cheers.
Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. I got cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad.
Welcome everyone to the November 2025 edition of Bosch's World. I'm your host, Ron E. Bosch, repping my boy Zoran Mamdani, who just became the mayor of New York City. Congratulations. If that pisses anybody off, I don't care. Here's this throwback picture of us from 20 years ago when I met him. All right, that's not really him. That's actually Mayor Bloomberg back in 2005 when I went to Gracie Mansion to meet him with my coworkers. Yeah, so this month was full of wrestling events. I wish I could have attended John Cena's last Raw appearance in Madison Square Garden, but unfortunately, those prices were astronomical. So I went to 2 shows that I got free tickets for instead.
How long before Cheyenne notices me? He's flipping me off.
So first I went to Pro Wrestling Junkie's Damaged Goodz 3. Thanks to Gigi, she hooked Cheyenne and I up with free tickets. So it was fun to get out of the city for a little bit, go into Jersey and enjoy some good independent wrestling. The show started with a scramble match that had some of my boys that I knew outside of wrestling through the guys like Chris Cage and Jimi Hendrix. There was the women's match that Gigi sponsored.
And this contest is sponsored by Gigi for the win.
Great job, Gigi.
Say honor!
Featuring the champion Emily J, Brittany Brooks, Billy Starks, and to my surprise, Allie Catch, who just came back from injury last month when I was at House of Glory for my birthday, and now she is back wrestling, and it was a nice surprise to see her wrestle, which I was not expecting. Hollywood Haley J, it was my first time seeing her wrestle. Met her a couple years ago around the time she did the show on Netflix. She came out with her little puppy, and she was supposed to wrestle Zeta Steel. Zeta Steel comes out with a crutch, crying, saying she is not clear to wrestle, and it's all a swerve, and she attacks Haley.
I hope she got a replacement because who else?
And they have a street fight all around the arena.
I don't want to spill my drink.
Then there was a Top Flight versus Busta in the Brain. I don't know when they had this name change, but I know them as Young, Dumb, and Broke. And Eddie Kingston and Ortiz were definitely the favorites in the match, the hometown boys. Huge reaction, and they won the match. And in the main event,
Fuck you! Fuck you!
Charles Mason defending the title. As always, I gotta flip him off during his entrance, but I did get to see him for a bit after the match and talk to him for a bit for the first time. And he's actually pretty cool. Don't tell anybody I said that. And he choked Gigi.
Uh-huh.
Did you want the other choke? You wanted the sleeper choke.
But I think she enjoyed it more than she was supposed to. The following weekend, I attended AEW Full Gear as a seat filler with Gigi at the Prudential Center in Newark. This was my second time doing seat filler for AEW in Newark. The first time was actually the first episode of Bosch's World back in July of 2023. There's been a few times I've reached out to be a seat filler, but I'm usually just exhausted from work or like my schedule, or I already did something earlier in the day. I just don't have the energy to do it, so I've not gone. So I'm happy I took advantage advantage of it this time, and it was a fun but very, very long show. I feel like it just wrapped like 5 minutes ago, even though it was last weekend. It was a fun show. I can try to recap all the matches. I am making it its own separate vlog just because those tend to do well on the channel, the AEW ones. So I'll be putting that out as well later this week. It took us a while to actually get to our seats because we get there, we're waiting in the little lobby area, maybe close to 45 minutes. Gigi was running a little late, but she made it. They bring us inside and they put us in the section that's supposed to be the VIP section. And I guess they realized, hey, we're not supposed to put the seat fillers in the VIP section. So then they take us upstairs and they put us in this little room for like another half hour before finally making our way to our seats, pretty much the back row of the floor section. I even saw La Puma and his son, and I got a picture with La Puma during the show while we waited. To be called over, at one point we were called during the women's tag team fatal 4-way. We were called over to the camera side, but that was only a few seconds because the family returned. And then we were called over there again, and the guy just like refused to get up and was giving us a hard time. And Gigi actually got some of the audio of that interaction.
And just let them know you're helping out with the show. Right there, my man.
We want to get up, so we have to sit over there. We're part of the crew, and we're trying to help out from our seats. Douchebag just doesn't want to fucking get up his seat.
During the Mox entrance, there was a guy standing in my way, and I was like, come on, you gotta be kidding me. Because we were in the back where his entrance was, so I got pretty good footage of that. And then towards the end of the show, I guess as it got longer, people were leaving, so we made our way over there for the second to last match, Chris Statlander, Mercedes Moné, Women's Championship. So we're on the camera side for that, and then we noticed during the match that a family in the second row leaves. So between the matches, we worked our way down to the second row.
We made it to the fucking row.
We made it to the second row.
For the main event steel cage match between Samoa Joe and Hangman Page. People on the floor seats are able to take their seats, and we both took our seats, but I was stopped by security and they didn't let me leave with a seat, but luckily Gigi got away with hers. I could run through all the matches, but just check out the vlog. I just feel like there's too many matches to run down, and so if you really want to see the footage from all of those matches, check out the AEW Full Gear Seat Filler vlog. For the first time, I wore my Purple Best Wishes shirt to a wrestling non-major pod event, just because, hey, if I'm going to be on camera, I might as well wear my gimmick shirt since there's already a green shirt guy. I was hoping to kind of work my way up to be the purple shirt guy. Maybe next time I'll get a little closer. I also attended the book signing that I've been waiting a while for Natalya. Neidhart, for the longest, I was waiting for them to announce the New York date. I feel like she had a few Jersey dates. Finally, it was announced. It was supposed to be at Penn Station. It was going to be first come, first serve, so I was already debating it, but I was like, whatever, I'll get up and go. But the day before, she announced that she had to cancel it because they didn't have copies of her book and they weren't allowing her to bring her own copies. I had no choice but to attend the following day in Stockholm, New Jersey at the Wrestling Collector Shop. I had never been there before.
This place is like in the middle of the fucking woods in Jersey.
I got out there, it was like pitch black when you get out there. It's kind of like being in the middle of the woods. It's like this little barn in the middle of nowhere in Jersey. Waited online for a while. Finally got inside. Tight little space, but it was worth it because Natalya is always great. I met her back in 2015. So 10 years ago, SummerSlam week, she was doing a signing at, I think it was like a cat food thing where like Grumpy Cat was there, and I met her. She signed an autograph for me. I had her sign one for Natalie. It was nice to see her again 10 years later so I can do that comparison shot. So the guy doing the pictures is eating pizza at the moment that I'm up there. Nattie grabs my phone and takes a selfie, but I'm like, hey, I waited online. I want an actual photo. So we got our actual photo, and she signed the book to me, which I've already begun reading, and so I look forward to reading the rest of it. By the time this comes out, I might already be done with it, but I'm really enjoying the book so far. Nattie even posted a selfie of us on her Instagram and replied to my comment. Welcome to the November purchases of the month that will end up in storage for the foreseeable future. Nice little collection this month. So let's not waste any time. Let's start off with, since I just got back from AEW, let's start with this awesome Cope and Christian set. or formerly Edge and Christian, one of my favorite teams of all time. I was actually supposed to meet them about a decade ago. They were doing a podcast at Caroline's, but unfortunately Edge had to cancel and was replaced by Jericho at the last minute. But I did get my photo with Christian. 2 years ago, I finally got my picture with Edge, and I got my basic 2-pack signed by both of them. I'm gonna open this one up. I don't plan to get this one signed or anything. One of my favorites of all time. So entertaining. I was kind of hoping both of them would come back at the AEW pay-per-view after FTR won the belts, but hopefully soon. And no, Edge is not gonna come out and fight Cena, idiots. So a nice little 2-pack of Cope and Christian. Great rivalry, but I prefer them as a tag team. Best friends growing up. This one's gonna be a little obscure, but the last couple months, I've been watching a lot of VH1 reality TV from the mid-2000s. The godfather of all of that is the show that started it all, Flavor of Love. So I had to get Flavor Flav action figure. Found this really cheap on Amazon. I was like, you know what? I need it. I need this figure. Flavor Flav, so, he's so entertaining and just spawned years of entertaining TV just from that show alone. Flavor of Love was that first like crazy competition reality show. Oh, this is cool. It's like a nice little podium here for Flav. There we have it. Flavor Flav with the Viking helmet, with the clock. One of my favorite sets to collect is the Coliseum collection. I'm not sure what's going on here that they decided to move it over to Ringside from Mattel Creations, and it no longer comes in that one big box, but now in 2 separate boxes. So this set is King Kong Bundy and Jesse the Body Ventura. All right, so let's start off with King Kong Bundy. As you see, they're in individual boxes. I'm not crazy about it because I was already enjoying collecting the double boxes. Maybe I can just stick them together. I remember Bundy in the mid-90s when he came back with the $1 Million Corporation, faced The Undertaker. I remember seeing him on Married with Children. And we have the blue card. There we go. I met him maybe about almost a decade ago at the big event. Now we have Jesse the Body Ventura, former governor of Minnesota, who I also met at the big event back in 2019. Anyways, here it is, Jesse the Body Ventura. Such a great collection. I can't get the LJNs, so this is the closest I can have. Can't wait to display all of them eventually. Some micro brawlers, but not just any micro brawlers. These are wedding micro brawlers. Now I already have Cardona and Chelsea micro brawlers signed from their wedding that they gave out as party favors. If I had the money, I would have definitely made micro brawlers of April and I. That would have been pretty awesome. Now Steph DeLander has followed in his footsteps. SDL, who recently got married at the end of October, congratulations to the one and only Mance Warner. Here we go. I met Mance back at the Hammerstein Ballroom show in January. I've met SDL a few times. It looked like such an awesome wedding, and Cardona made a beautiful bridesmaid. And last but not least, it's the reason I'm wearing this outfit. It's the one I've been waiting for months, pretty much for a year and a half, since it happened last April when Cody finally finished the story and his entrance was epic, came out with that mask, came out with Brandy. This is gonna be like my centerpiece of like my I've been there shelf. That artwork is fucking incredible. I'm definitely not getting rid of this box. Look at that, it is sick. Cody and Brandy, portraits on the side. Oh my God, this is beautiful. That was an annoying sound. I'm not opening this now. It'll sit in the box just to keep it safe. But there they are. Ultimate, Brandy, Cody, the mask, the jacket. Amazing figures. Purchases of the month that will end up in storage for the foreseeable future for November. Welcome to the Throwback of the Month for November. Now, we're not going that far back. We are going back to November of 2021 in celebration of the final season of Stranger Things coming up at the end of this month. By the time you're seeing this, the first episodes have already dropped. It's such an awesome, nostalgic show. And back in 2021, there was a pop-up in Times Square that I took Natalie to. So I never actually covered that on Bosch Star. I didn't vlog it, and I didn't have Bosch's World at the time to document it, so we can go through that now. It was in Times Square where Champ Sports used to be, right there on 42nd and 7th. Nice Stranger Things sign at the front. I took a picture in front of it, so Natalie took a picture in front of it. There was the couch with the letters and the lights behind us, so Natalie and I got a nice picture on that couch. There was the Hawkins Snowball 84, the dance setup, so I got a picture in front of that. Natalie got a picture in front of that as well. There was the bikes with the awesome backdrop behind us, so we got some nice pictures on the bike. God damn, I look jacked in 2021. They had the little arcade, which Natalie and I got pictures in front of. There was the Demogorgon. Natalie got her picture. I wish she would show a little more enthusiasm like I am in this picture where I'm acting frightened. Natalie in front of the lockers, myself opening the locker. There's me on the phone with my little bag. I think I picked up like some stickers or something. Natalie on the rotary phone as well. So yeah, it was just awesome getting to do that. Also, I went to the last time the season premiered, they did an awesome display on the side of the Empire State Building, which is where I got this hat, this sweater, and the shirt I'm wearing underneath, the I Survived the Upside Down. But it was an awesome display. That is its own video on the channel if you want to go check out the entire display on the side of the building. Enjoy the final season of Stranger Things. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll be checking it out as well. And yeah, let's see if we can survive the Upside Down. And for Thanksgiving, always a lovely time with the family. And I saw the dogs, who I did not see last month for Boschtober. What kind of birthday month is it if I don't get to see Lupe and Arkham? But here's the monthly Ronnie and Arkham song, some Thanksgiving clips and some clips from earlier in the month in November.
Cover my stomach, Lupe. Barking at me first.
So if you've been following on social media, all of my social media accounts, for the last 2 weeks, I've been posting up all of the nominees for the 2025 Bosch Awards. And by now, all of the categories are up. But if you go to the Bosch Star Prod Instagram account, they are all still up there. You can still vote for the next few days before I finally start finalizing everything for the show, which I will film later this month. There's still a few chances left to vote for some of these categories, and some of them are extremely close as of recording, and your vote could make the difference to get a winner.
Welcome one and all to the 2025 Bosch Awards, brought to you by Bosch Star Productions, celebrating all of our favorite moments of the year, hosted by Ronnie Bosch.
Follow me on X. You already know it's a 0, not an O. Speaking of O, Ortiz follows me, not just Cheyenne Ortiz, but Ortiz wrestled on that PWJ show and who I actually reffed a match for back in our backyard days 20 years ago. He follows me, so should you. Follow on Instagram at BoschStarProd, or you can continue voting for the Bosch Awards. If you go there, just press the little vote button on each of those posts. Facebook.com/BoschStarProductions. You can also vote there. If you go to my page, you should have the option to vote there. There's no expiration on those votes. I've also thrown them up on TikTok at WhatTheBosch. You can continue following the best use of AI on Sora/BoschStar, and subscribe to the channel at BoschStarProd, where you can also vote if you go to the post. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I hope everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving, and hope everybody enjoys the holidays coming up in the next few weeks. I'll see you guys in the new year for the December Bosch's World.
In a world where B-rolls go beyond the badass, where this old man Bosch defies the laws of physics, it's up to him to do the impossible, do the most dramatic B-roll of all time.
Strutting with an attitude, the slow motion feels so damn good. Can this guy be any cooler? Could he really be? These epic angles, why does it feel like magic? Bosch is the world's most badass old man. In a world where B-rolls go beyond the badass, where this old man Bosch defies the laws of physics, it's up to him to do the impossible, do the most dramatic B-roll of all time. Epic old man walk, Bosch do the most. All these cool angles, slow motion stroll, make the camera flash, click, click, flash. That's a Kodak moment. In a world where B-rolls go beyond the badass, where this old man Bosch defies the laws of physics, it's up to him to do the impossible, do the most dramatic B-roll of all time.
Epic old man walk, Bosch do the most. All these cool angles, slow motion stroll, make the camera flash, click, click, flash. That's a Kodak moment.
In a